Hi everyone, and welcome to the stream tonight. We are playing video games. As we do, you know. People are asking if ASMR is a fetish. I mean, I knew that people were talking about ASMR. I didn't realize that was the tone that the conversation was taking. I guess we could have a lengthy discussion about whether or not ASMR would be considered a fetish. I'm sure people have strong opinions on the subject. But one thing we do know is that maybe it is not the most appropriate thing for an LP. But you know, chat, you do look kind of stressed tonight. Hopefully, you'll probably just be increasingly stressed as we play some Sin and Punishment 2 and watch me be bad at it, so probably more stressed than you came in is probably what'll happen. But that's not really what we're doing right now. Right now, we're going to continue on with some Zelda 2. That whispering video just bored me, put me to sleep, Henry EX. Well, that's good. That's what it's supposed to do. That's a successful ASMR video if you fell asleep listening to it. Or, you know, if you felt the tingles. The tingle. Video games are not supposed to give you the tingles. They're supposed to get your blood pumping, supposed to make you feel adrenaline, in only the way an NES game can, like Zelda 2. So we're continuing on playing this. So, where were we? We were about to end this game. We were going to the final area, the Great Palace. And this is the hardest part of the game. Even though it's a fairly tough game in general, this is where the difficulty really does go up. We've beaten the previous palaces, all 6. We've gotten all of the magic spells. Looks like my levels are attack 6, magic 7, and life 8. I also have the flute. I don't need it right now. I already used it. I used it to soothe the river demon. I used my ASMR skills on the river demon to get him to move out of the way so I could keep on going to the 6th palace. And now that we've completed that, we have... Isn't there... let's see. Someone asking, isn't there one more life potion? Oh, wait, I still need to do this. Alright, I'll do this. Let's see. Oh, yeah, it does look like there is a heart container that I've missed. There's only 7 squares. And I know that that container is not in the Great Palace. So, I wonder where I missed. I missed something, obviously. If I only have those 7 containers. I probably should figure it out. Because the Great Palace can be kind of difficult. I will probably need all of the health that I can get my hands on. Friend of Yinkin, I don't have hearts. It's true, I have squares. I have, like, rectangles that are filled with red. But we can pretend that they're heart-shaped. Those lizards are jerks? The lizards are kinda jerks, yes. Chat is laggy tonight. Yeah, people have been mentioning that there does seem to be a bit more delay than we usually do have. And I am getting just mauled with all of these rocks. I am not doing well. Alright, the Great Palace is down there. But as people have mentioned, I am missing a heart container, and it's probably for the best if I find it. So, I'm trying to think. I'm just going to try to think about what I might need, where that might be. Just, consulting my memory as to where the last heart container might be. I'm just going through my memory right now. Let's see. What does my memory say about where it is? Let's see. My memory says that the first heart piece It says there are 4 heart containers. My memory says that you get the first one south of the first palace, which I already got. I know I got that one. The second heart piece is in a cave south of Rauru, past a boulder. I might have not gotten that one. You destroy a boulder in your way, go into a cave, and, let's see, it's in there. That might be the one I missed, according to my memory. The third piece is located near the Water Palace. Let's see. Go into the path branching eastward. Follow it into the water. Act as if you were going to go to the Water Palace, but head north. All right, I did get that one. My memory's pretty specific about that. The fourth container is, let's see, from the Hidden Palace, walk east to the coastline of the desert, then continued northward. I think I got that one. I have a pretty good memory, as you can see. I am just not doing well tonight, though, in terms of the actual video game playing, so that doesn't bode too well. Gotta focus, gotta concentrate, because this is where the game gets hardest. Alright, so, Hidden Palace was palace number 6, which is this one right here. It's turned into a rock, which of course is what happens after you have finished the palaces. So, I can pause, according to my memory. Let's see, from here, walk east to the coastline of the desert, then follow the coastline northward. Then you'll run into it. So is it somewhere around... These enemies are not helping me find the heart container. I just want them to know they're being inconsiderate. Okay, there it is. It's just like in a random square? Like, that's not really... it's not really like in a cave or any particular spot. It's just, here's a blank, like, desert area right here, and that's where it is. Hold on, let me just move, now that I've done that, I'm going to just move my memory back to the map of the Great Palace. Just the way my memory remembers how the Great Palace is laid out, I'm just going to move my memory back to that. Alright, that's the cursed town of Kasuto. It's filled with ghosts. I can see the ghosts now that I have the cross. I don't think I have a reason to go there. Of course, there are still levels to get, and I have the maximum life level, but I have 2 sword levels to get, and I should have known that was going to happen. I have 1 magic level to get. So I'm not maxed out yet, which is probably a good idea to be maxed out before you go into the Great Palace. Or, you know, some people deliberately... I'm not looking forward to doing this tonight, I think, because of how badly I'm doing already. Something is wrong, and I am just... might not be up to finishing this, I don't know. But, some people I do know, the pro players, the pros who know, they might have the tactic of saving their life levels. So, when they're in the palace... and they level up their life, you know, when you level up your life, you get all of your life back in that meter. So you might save that for when you're in the middle of a palace. Now, even though I lost a life, that might not be so bad, because the game does take some mercy on you when you reach the Great Palace, because when you when you die and continue in the Great Palace, you don't begin back at the beginning, but rather you begin back at the start of the Great Palace. So you don't actually have to make the trek to the palace anymore. You've already done it. So at least there's that. It gives you that little checkpoint. I really don't like this guy. He's exactly where I don't need him to be. Okay, now he's gone. And he's just not coming up. I need him to come up so I can jump on him with my sword like this. Oh, no, I missed. Well, this is not helping anyone. Neither is this. Maybe I can underthrust that guy, though, that ghost, if he comes up. I come up one more. No, just don't fly down there. Just come up. No, you're not coming up. You're not doing it. No, they're not doing it. They're staying down. Okay. Okay. This is just all the way bad. Okay, so that was the practice attempt, is what that was. I'm demonstrating to you how difficult it is to actually get to the Great Palace. So now you know how hard it is. Now you're educated. You're aware now of the difficulty. If you game over in the last dungeon, do you have to walk the path again? No, I mean, if you get a game over in the last dungeon, you just begin at the beginning of the last dungeon. Are those spindly-legged bugs meant to be robots? No, those are Tektites. They are a traditional Zelda enemy. They were in the first one. This is their side-scrolling incarnation. They're a lot bigger than they seem in Zelda 1. there's something right here. Okay, yeah, there is a red potion. Just vaguely remembered that. Of course. Can you just ferry to get past these parts? Yes, ferry would, well, yes, you could fly through these areas. Of course, ferry does not make you invulnerable. So, like, say you would have to fly through the lizard man and take damage when you were doing that. But it might overall be easier. Of course, fairy does require more magic. What is it, like 40, where a jump is 12. So, you could use fairy, but it's expensive. And as you can see, there are multiple areas like this. They give you that red potion at the beginning of this whole segment, so they're nice in that way. But, you do have to try to keep up. I lost the train of thought on that sentence. Alright, well the caves are a lot easier because there's no lava. Which of course is the biggest problem with this whole trek, is how much lava there is, how many pits there are, and you keep falling into them. Well, I mean, that's inconsiderate. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Just drift on over that scorpion by bouncing on him with the sword. I don't know why I'm trying to fight him. I did. It didn't seem like there was really a reason to do it, though. Yeah, this is not working. So we made it a little farther, and then, you know, you got to see what was over there, and then you also got to see another death because again, you have to understand just how difficult the whole path is. It's for your own edification, you see, is the thing. I might want to try fairy. I don't have enough magic for that. I said that uses a lot of magic, and you get that red potion at the beginning because they know you're going to need magic to get through that whole thing. But you can't really use it a whole lot without actually killing enemies, and thus getting magic pots to replenish your magic. So you're going to have to fight enemies anyway. Zelda 2 is the Dark Souls of video games. It's true. I mean, the genre of Dark Souls is quite large, but of all of the video games that exist, Zelda 2 is probably the Dark Souls of video games. I don't think there is another video game that is more like Dark Souls than Zelda 2 is. Now, I'm not saying that Zelda 2 is the Citizen Kane of video games, because that's a completely different thing entirely. Nor am I saying that Zelda 2 is the Citizen Kane of Dark Souls, because I'm not sure what that would be. And then, of course, you do have to ask, what is the Dark Souls of Citizen Kane? Which it sounds similar, but actually would be a completely different thing entirely. Wanted to use a spell before I got that, but just kind of picked it up without thinking. Right, that's probably how that should be done. A real reason to fight him. And that's not how that should be done, though. Clearly. I knew that was going to happen, and yet I couldn't stop myself from doing it. Game Genie was not a thing when this came out. Yeah, it's believable. This was still quite early on in the NES lifespan. I don't remember exactly when the Game Genie came out. Nintendo didn't like it, certainly. It's kind of interesting to think about that. It's like a peripheral that was... Actually, I shouldn't think about that. But no, no. Alright. Alright, we made it. Here is the Great Palace. Only took us 40 minutes to actually get there. Alright, so the Great Palace is basically the checkpoint where when we get to continue, we don't have to begin back at the beginning anymore. Now we start from here. Now throughout the game, we've been putting crystals into the foreheads of statues, and the reason that we did that is for this. That's the binding force which keeps us locked out of the Great Palace. We could have come here at any time throughout the game, but that force field would have prevented us from actually getting through. Now, the thing about the Great Palace is that it is huge, it is enormous, and it is a giant maze. So, the big part of the difficulty of the Great Palace is actually finding your way to the end. Like, the enemies get different. Like, this bird, it's spitting fire. He hasn't been seen before. This is his big debut. But actually finding your way through the Great Palace is the big difficulty of it. Now, if I remember, there's pits. Yep, there we go. Couldn't remember exactly where. So it's right after that column, it looks like. About here? No. A little late on that jump. And even though these slimes were our basic enemies, they have more hit points here in the Great Palace. It takes more hits to kill them. Let's see, is there a second one? No, not a second one. So yeah, the Great Palace rather dwarfs any of the earlier palaces. They're all tiny in comparison to this one. There are a whole lot of rooms, and a lot of them look the same. There are a lot of duplicate rooms. So as you're going through the Great Palace, it can be difficult to figure out if the room you're in is the one you're actually thinking of, or is it another room that happens to look just like the room you're looking for. So there's a lot of bird imagery in this place. So you can see a statue of a bird up there. The enemy I'm fighting is a bird. A lot of birds. And okay. Not sure if there is a bird knight in this room, but there is another new enemy that gets introduced in this level, the bird knight, who is probably the hardest normal enemy in the game. They're like upgraded Iron Knuckles, and I am out of magic to heal myself. It's the return of Ganon, but now we start here. So at least the game does you that little bit of kindness. kind of hard to predict what the fire is going to do. It kind of moves on its own. Does that actually kill them permanently? I kind of figured they would just keep on coming. Oh no, here they go. Bird Knight, okay. So, they jump. They're very fast, and they throw swords. They have a shield, which will block, of course, your shots, because that's what shields do. Oh, Bluebird Knight. Okay. Bluebird Knight is tougher, I believe. I think he has more health. There is no chance that I would be able to run away from him if I try to go out, so yeah, the only chance was to try to fight him in that little hole right there. Let me put shield on. Alright, let's try to run for it now. Oh, that's right, there is another wall up here. Okay. So you kind of have to have... Oh, I could have used that. Well, whatever. You kind of have to have a lot of health to survive Bluebird Knight and try to get out of that without actually fighting him. Uh-oh, curtains. Actually, there's no boss. There is like a super bubble, but there's no boss, so it fakes you out by having curtains on the ceiling, which usually means you're approaching a boss, but not this time. Alright. Let's see. Was there? Yeah, there was. Alright, I have to be careful here. trying to think about where I should be going now. Hold on, let me just go back a little bit just to make sure. Just trying to think about where I am right now. Is there invisible walls here? Yeah, there were. And there's nothing there. If I hit that statue, maybe there's a potion, but I don't want to risk that. Nope, blue bird knight. Nope, nope, please, no. Not interested in what you have to sell, Mr. Bird Knight. Oh, that's a dead end? Okay. Well, that's clearly not the way to go. Oh, this is it. Okay. Yeah, there's this room with these blocks. And then if these guys would stop doing... Okay, there we go. Alright, now we fall down here. And I don't remember if there is... No, okay. This is the way we're supposed to go, but I don't think there are any red potions there. I think there's another room that looks just like it, in which there is a red potion? Forgot about him. And, oh, down there. Okay. 0 lives. We've reached the final area. Oh, no! You were supposed to be a red potion. Alright, that's a problem. Alright, I'm gonna need to use 2 spells right here. Gonna need to use Jump. And now for the only time in the game, I'm gonna need to use Thunder, which is gonna use a whole lot of magic. Because now... the Thunderbird appears. And he starts off invincible. We have to use the Thunder spell, which turns him blue, and his face appears, and he is now vulnerable. Do I have enough for shield? Yeah, just barely. We have to dodge his fireballs, jump up, and hit him in the face. This enemy, I don't believe, has ever returned in any of the Zelda games. Which is interesting, considering how often there are repeating enemies throughout the series. What is the Thunderbird? Well, who knows? He's the guardian of this palace, I guess. I never say anything about him or what his lore is. Why is he here? What is he... Oh no, more fireballs. He's getting weak, so lots of fireballs are coming. Well, that's a first attempt at that anyway. So yeah, you saw where the hidden path to the boss was. Like, there was that one room in which there were blocks along the floor, and you had to destroy the blocks in order to find the hidden pit, which would take you down into the general area that you needed to be in, and then once you were there was a bridge that you cross. And then when you're crossing the bridge, you notice there's actually a tiny pit in the lava, and then you have to fall down there. It's actually really difficult to work your way through this palace and figure out where it is you need to go your first time through, because it's so big. I mean, so far you're only seeing the parts of the palace that you have to go through. But there are plenty of alternate rooms and plenty of dead ends. I saw someone say, imagine getting all the way here without the thunder spell. Yeah, you can definitely do it. And you know, the game never actually gives you a hint that you need the spell against that thing. So, hey, maybe you won't actually find out that that's what it is you needed to do. Not enough for shield. Alright, fairy is to the right, but don't really need the fairy. I mean, I would need the fairy now, but let's not go back. That's what you're supposed to do. Alright, let's see if the red potion is here. Nope, it is still not here. But, I mean, I guess I could kill that guy like that. what someone's asking what happens if you go past that point. It's another dead end. I mean, this game is full of dead ends. Alright, at least I have a life. In the game, I mean. So we need jump. Let's see, do I have enough for thunder? Let's find out. Nope. I do not have enough magic for thunder. Oh well. Someone mentioned try using reflect on him. Let's see what happens. I don't see how you could. I don't really see how that would do anything against what he's doing. Alright, so finally that has a potion. And the Thunderbird has been destroyed. So we have conquered the final guardian of the final palace, and that means the game's over. It's all done. Game is finished. Over. What else could there be? There's Triforce number 3. Right, and now here's Dark Link. There is a cheap way to beat him. If I remember right, it's going in the left corner here and just, like, doing this. He got me out of it, though. But we had one more life after all. Well, come on. This is how this is gonna have to go, because I don't want to die again. He's hesitant. Dark Link is shy. It probably would have been more dramatic if I fought him for real, but I think we're all kind of tired of Zelda 2 by now. And so Link, with all three Triforces of power, wisdom, and courage, merged them together and woke up Zelda, and we are a real hero. And the curtain falls. But Link gets a kiss. He gets kissed. They're kissing. Was she actually asleep for centuries? Yes, this Zelda was asleep for centuries. And we had to wake her up because on Link's, I think his 16th birthday, the image of the Triforce appeared on the back of his hand. And he goes to Hyrule and asks Impa, what is this all about? And she's all, gotta wake up this ancient sleeping princess. Gotta do it. And at the same time, Ganon's minions were trying to kill Link so they could use his blood to bring Ganon back to life. So, I mean, usually when you think about the Triforce in Zelda games, it's just kind of one thing. But of course, in the original Zelda, you had... Oh, by the way, chat, thanks a million. Thanks a million for playing through Zelda 2. And you can push start to replay. You can do that. You know, it's an option, pressing start to replay. It's there if we wanted to do that. So yeah, in Zelda 1 and 2, you had the two separate Triforces of wisdom and power. And then in Zelda 2, they introduced the third one, the Triforce of Courage, and then they merged them together into one triangle. And then in Zelda games after this, they just referred to the one Triforce. They didn't really, I don't think any of them split them up into three Triforces again. Yep, and we can press start to replay. Now that I've won, there is a triangle by my character, Excuse. I don't remember what the differences are in the second quest. I don't think there are different configurations of the dungeons. I don't think there were, but I could remember that wrong. Maybe it was just more difficult, but I can't say. 18, I think that's deaths? 18 deaths? It's actually not as much as I thought it might be. But yeah, that's Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. This, of course, as we had seen before, is Link's most adventuresome quest of all. as he searched for Triforce number 3. What's elimination mode? That's just deleting the names. I mean, it sounds more intense than it actually is. But yes, elimination mode is just delete the characters. Delete the accounts. So, I mean, I guess that's really all there is for Zelda 2. And I guess it's about time that we'll go to intermission. We'll come back with some Sin and Punishment and see how that goes. It is sure to be a fun time had by all. So, I'll see you in a few minutes. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to some Sin and Punishment Star Successor. We are apparently right at the very end of the game. Last time we were on the last boss, and I just was not able to get past him. So let's see where we start. Do we just begin at the last boss when we continue? Let's find out. Okay, yeah, we actually do begin right here. Right, so we're not actually getting hit ourselves. Rather, Kachi has been crucified, space crucified. And, the enemy is just, like, shooting stuff at her, like, to make us defend her, for whatever reason, I don't know. I'm sure he has his reasons. So we have to stop the stuff from reaching her. And we have to decide which things we should hit. A lot of this blue stuff is reaching her anyway. If there were red things we could aim at, the red things cause a chain reaction, which hit all of the blue things. And then you have the purple, like the red one right there. And then you have like the blue, the purple ones and the green ones, and they all seem to do different things. Nah, Kachi died. What happens if you play as Kachi here? That's a good question. You do have the option of playing as Kachi. We chose to play as Issa. Oh, it's just the same thing? Exact same thing happens? Alright. I guess it's not too surprising. So you only have a limited amount of time to actually destroy the shots, of course, before they reach Kachi. And that's why it's important to say hit the red ones, so they can destroy all the blue ones in time. We could try attacking the enemy directly, but it seems like he's just taking damage as we go through this anyway. And he looked like he lost half his life there, even though I wasn't really aiming at him directly. The evil space Jesus are the people who turn into planets who Isa used to work for. I mean, there is, of course, a very involved plot in Sin and Punishment. We all know this. The last level that we had done, the main idea of it was that we were fighting all of the previous bosses. That ended up actually being a lot easier than I had thought it was going to be. But then, of course, we got to this, and it ended up getting a lot harder right now. As I believe this is the very final fight. Actually, kind of almost, well, not, did better. Maybe not almost there, but it was down 2,800. All of them and then screen clear their spawn. Yeah, there is this one part where a lot of green balls come flying at me. So that seems like a part that I need to like save the super attack to clear out, I guess. Yeah, it's right here, where there's like a whole lot of green stuff that appears. Seems like the only thing that really hurts the boss is reflecting the projectiles. I guess so. Sword the purple laser? Yeah, we could try that. sword the greens. Could try using the sword on that. Took less damage this time anyway from the greens. A little lower. But a little lower than before. Maybe I should be using the sword more instead of the shooting. Your sword is the final defense from shots getting to her. So maybe start off with shooting, but then if the shots are right up close in our face, then use the sword maybe. thing. So I have to use the sword to knock these back. That one got past me, though. Just let her get hit by the big greens so they don't split into other greens. Bit better. It was under 2,000 anyway. more than one sword gets out, it's usually over after that. You try to be faster to get the swords. Luck comes in right around there. Oh, hey. I got a bonus for saving Kachi's soul. It's 3.5 bonus. 3.5 multiplier.
How can this be? You've defied the will of the creators! Your allegiance to that monster will destroy this entire universe!
There's only one monster here. And that's you, Deku! Kachi.
Oh, alright, that's the end, I guess. Kachi is just Kachi. You know, just the alien girl who, I don't know, she's not human. We don't know what she is, but she's just Kachi. I guess while we're looking at that, we could just probably talk about the plot summary. Hold on. Alright, so here's the plot summary on, was it bravesword.com, I guess. So let's see, what does they have to say? It says that the Sin and Punishment reveals that the Earth its predecessor took place on was just one of many. So there are a bunch of Earths. It turns out that, look it up here, the race of aliens use humans as soldiers in a war with one another. It's a place, they're from outer space, and they keep the Earth as breeding grounds. Whenever an Earth's technology becomes too advanced or the humans refuse to fight, they raise the planet and start over. Alright, so that's what's going on in this game. Let's see. They sent one of their own to Earth 4 to spy on it. Let's see. The spy is Kachi and has taken on a human form. Let's see. Isa defects because he doesn't want to kill Kachi, I guess. So now the Nebulox have to hunt down and eliminate both Isa and Kachi, who are the Nebulox was the group that we were fighting against in this game. Let's see. The Nebulox say that they will do it in exchange for increased rights for the humans on their version of Earth. All right. So Isa and Kachi are fighting the Nebulox in Fukuoka, Japan. Let's see. They go through the water tunnel. They fight the Nebulox members. They have this dream sequence in the forest. Do you remember what happened then? Then they go on the highway. They go to Mount Fuji, which is the Nebulox base. Let's see. And, I mean, really, the plot is just we fight the Nebulox and we keep defeating them, and then they're how can we be defeated by you? So that's basically how most of it goes. We get to the satellite in space. Let's see. We kill everyone. Isa and Kachi return to Earth as the conquering heroes. Epilogue, there's an additional scene in which Kachi reveals that her memories are beginning to come back, and her name was Achi. So she, in a surprising twist, was Achi, who was the villain from the first game. I don't know how you'd figure that out. That seems like a big twist, that Kachi was actually Achi. She was the girl who turned into the fake Earth, and we fought the fake Earth in the first game. Fake Earth, by the way, better last boss. That was an inspired last boss in the first Sin and Punishment to transform into Fake Earth, and then we have to fight Fake Earth because Fake Earth wants to replace Real Earth. So the main character, who is the guardian of Earth, will now guard Achi because Achi is Earth. I kind of like. It's the kind of weirdness I like. Let's see. The English dub makes it sound like Kachi never had amnesia and was just faking it to gain Isa's sympathy. I guess in the Japanese it makes it sound like she was actually honest about that. We'll have to see where it goes in Sin and Punishment 3. Who knows where the story will go in Sin and Punishment 3. I can now play Stage 7 from the menu if I chose to do that. Just like I could choose to play a second quest in Zelda 2. But, actually, no. We have to choose no, because the leaderboards are not there anymore. They're gone. They're planning a Sin and Punishment 3, says Mib. No, they're not, because Treasure is not really in the business of making games anymore. So, yeah, there's not a Sin and Punishment 3. There isn't. So, yeah, there's surprisingly little story in this game. People were talking about the plot summary. The plot summary is just basically what happens right at the beginning and right at the very end. It doesn't seem like there's really anything at all that happens in the middle. It's just, this is just clarifying who Kachi and Issa are, who the Nebulox are, and, that's it, really. I mean, it's not like Treasure games were heavy on story or anything. It seemed like Sin and Punishment 1 had more of a story, though. It seemed like there was, even though that was a much shorter game, it seemed like there was much more story there. It doesn't seem like there was much of it in this game. Still has more answers than Dementium. Well, it would be difficult for a game to have less answers than Dementium the Ward. No deep lore about the Space Bull and its baby crane operator. No, strangely, not a whole lot about that. All we really know, mainly, is I guess the universe this thing takes place in which there are many Earths, and that there are masters who rule these Earths, and that's who the Nebulox was working for. And that they're fighting against the beings from outer space, which is what Achi is from. Limo, is there a Dementium 3 coming? I'm sure Renegade Kid want to make a Dementium 3. I don't know if they actually will be able to make one, if they have the money to do it, but I'm sure that they do want to make one. There was a Dementium HD, not HD. There was a Dementium remaster made for 3DS, but I've seen it. It just kind of looks pretty much like the original game. Doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of difference. Bear Jazz, you don't understand a damn word of this story? Well, there's not much here. There's just a war going on. Kachi is an agent of the outer space people, and everyone else work for inner space people, and the Nebulox want to catch Kachi because she's working for outer space people, but Issa is helping her for, I don't know, like they don't really, he has a thing for Kachi, I guess. I guess that's why he's helping her out. They don't really say too much about him. He just kind of betrays. Actually, the character we play as is kind of the villain of this. He is a traitor. He does betray his group and his organization for the sake of someone he's never met before. So I don't know really. So it seems like we play the villain in this game. And it turns out that we were helping the enemy anyway, because Kachi is Achi, so. Issa is just an idiot being manipulated by Achi, so Issa is neither hero nor villain, just stupid. I mean, that could be. That's possible. Well, we do have a lot of time left tonight, and we did finish this pretty quickly, so let's just make that quiet. Let's see. I was thinking about maybe doing this, like just like a one-shot thing here. Let me get something set up, because I really did go quite fast. I knew that we were just about at the end, but I don't think I realized it was going to go quite that quickly. I was too good at video games? I don't think many people would accuse me of that. Of anything someone would say about me, I don't think they would say I'm too good at video games. That's not a problem that I think I have. Anyway, I didn't want to start, whatever games we start playing next now that these are done. I didn't want to start them tonight because I didn't know how much time we'd have. Maybe we would have a lot of time, maybe we would have a little. Who could say just how long this would take? Couldn't really predict that. Alright, just trying to get something up here. Shouldn't take long, it just it does take a second. Yeah, that was a 3DS you heard. Alright, let's see if this works. Okay, good. It looks like it does. So, Project Cross Zone 2 was a game that came out a little while ago. It's real dumb. I thought maybe we could take a look at it. It's not good, but it's a game about... We took a look at Project Cross Zone, the demo for one, at one time. And it was, it's like, this game's a crossover, mainly between Sega, Capcom, Namco characters. Whoops, not that. I played through this demo.
Project Cross Zone 2.
I guess we could do this, since we have some time. Limo, you played the demo, it did not seem good in the slightest. You are correct, it is not good in the slightest. But that's not why we're playing it. Isn't Phoenix Wright in this game? Yeah, Phoenix Wright is in this game. The writing, nowhere near as good as a Phoenix Wright game. Let's get that out of the way right away. Yep, it was made by Monolith Soft. The audio sounds kind of weird. I'm using the USB audio output on my Capture 3DS, and it doesn't sound so good. But I can't find my analog audio cable right now, so we'll just go with this. Anyway, Project Cross Zone 2. And I just want you to notice how many copyrights are on that second screen. Under the word continue. Look at how many copyrights there are. There's Capcom, Capcom USA, Moto Kikaku, Sega Red, Sega Music, Sega Sankey Worldwide, Nintendo Intelligent Systems, Nintendo Monolith Soft, Bandai Namco Entertainment, Dot Hack Conglomerate, Kosuke Fukushima, and Project Cross Zone 2, copyright 2015, Bandai Namco Entertainment Incorporated. So Dot Hack mentioned, yes, Dot Hack characters are in this. Let's see. Oh, since I beat the demo, if I played the full game, I would get bonuses for loading my demo save game. Is anything improved from the first game, or is this more of the same? This looks like more of the same. I am not seeing a whole lot of difference between this and the first one. Anyway, this takes a long time. I'm actually just going to skip it, if I can. Maybe not. Actually, nothing is skipping this. The buttons aren't. Tapping the bottom screen isn't. Well, I'm sorry, but this part takes entirely too long, and we're gonna have to watch it. So, there are like incursions that are happening in this world, and it's causing chaos. It's taking place in Japan, because where else would this take place in? Limo, why are we playing this? To kill time. We have like almost an hour left of the stream, so I could stop the stream right now, or we could play Project Cross Zone 2. I mean, maybe stopping the stream might be the more merciful of the two options, but we could at least take a little look at this. Dot hack was okay for the time. Yeah, I remember people liking dot hack. I watched the anime Dot Hack Sign when that came out. It was... that was disappointing, kinda, but apparently people like the games. People of society, they still do not believe that there are other worlds beyond the ones they know. Worlds with characters like Darkstalkers. I mean, you wouldn't expect that to be real. But maybe those people are already in this world and we're just not paying attention. Battles? This has gone on for a long time. Yes, this intro has indeed raged for eons, but it's about to enter a new stage.
そして今東京六本木
Oh, you don't thought that was over? No.
異なる次元、異なる時空への揺らぎが大きくなりつつある街
Yeah, no, we're still going.
神羅のエージェントが戦ったあの日から
So these are the two protagonists. They are original characters for Project Cross Zone.
物語は新たにこの街から始まろうとしていた
All right. Time to start.
やはりここか六本木は問題が多いようだな
I know, what is he thinking? He really should have known.
次元の裂け目揺らぎも安定していない
Gotta seal it off. Where's Jamu? There she is. She's irresponsible and late.
遅いぞシャオム自分の立場や仕事
They have a job. He's serious and stern, and like she is just bubbly and late all the time. By the way, the voice acting in this is all Japanese, because I think, you know, if someone's gonna buy this, they probably would just want to play it in Japanese anyway. So why even bother doing an English translation, an English voice acting job? It makes sense. We're investigating monster readings. Hooking up with the BSAA, which is a Resident Evil reference. Yep, it's a badass, sexy action agency. No, that's not what it stands for at all. When will Jamu read her briefings? This one's about Chris and Jill. They do not know? I don't know if they actually have anyone else in that.
俺たちも人のことは言えんがな残りの一人博士は
まだ来ちょらんの新兵器を化粧でもしとるとちゃうあやつはね
年齢はお前も怪しいもんだろ
Henry EX, is it just you, or does the text box and font choice really bad? I guess it looks better when you're looking at the 3DS screen, I guess. It doesn't look that bad, but maybe it's a little bit worse when watching it on the stream. Anyway, she is like over almost 1,000 years old. Because of course she is.
早速仕事をしてもらおう何か
おかしな気配はあるの六本木の中の
Belina, this is a game, right? I mean, I'll let you determine that for yourself. there isn't total voice acting, like in the actual game segments. There isn't. All right, gameplay. Gameplay is starting. We have to defeat all the enemies. Welcome to the Brave New World. It's a brave new world of visual novels. Anyway, so we have to move closer to the enemy. See, I can walk. I can't walk all the way up to him. Almost there, though. Now the enemy can go. No, enemy is not moving. That's fine. So we have to position ourselves to the side and behind the enemy for an advantage. How did such a terrible game get all these characters Quaker in? I mean, if you're going to have a game like this, people are going to buy it because of the characters that are in it, not necessarily gameplay. You don't really have to worry about the actual gameplay. Let's move to the side. Now we're going to attack.
はちゃめちゃな目に合わせてやれ。
好きにしろ。倒せればそれでいい。
Now, I have, if you look at the second screen, there are commands we can use. I can press A for Ichijin and White Tiger Cannon. Let's see, left and A for Firearm Stance. I am going to press just normal A and see what happens.
総理
プロレスラブ。
伊藤一陣
And we
ほ
won.
んじゃま、勝利のポーズじゃ。
これで終わりならいいが
More enemies. That's kind of funny. That's kind of funny. I'll give it credit for that. Anyway, I can decide to counter, to defend, full defend, or nothing. Let's just counter. So he attacks, and now I can attack him back.
命取りじゃ。
Let's use the firearm stance with left and A.
イエスプラチナ。
決勝への奇跡
シャオモのお時間。これにて終了じゃ。
勝てば官軍とはよく言ったもんだ
Yep, I'm just getting my release out right now. Okay, so time for some more fighting.
わしが切り札。
Let's see. Yeah, let's get right there.
この場で滅ぼすいいな
Most fights aren't over immediately like that. It's just that these are the intro
負け
enemies.
るわけにはいかなかった因果な商売さ
わしらの戦いはこれからじゃ。
We learned Sage Fox Hobby, Rosy Red Kata. I am getting a chuckle at the people who are asking what lemon means and are trying to understand the joke. More enemies. It's time for special attacks. We get like big animations when we use special attacks, and I guess we're going to see that right now.
悪を
Let's move up.
この場で滅ぼすいいな
今回のポイントマンはわし一人でやってもよいぞ。
It's a Soul Edge reference right there. Because Namco is one of the companies in this game. Anyway, now I can press Y for Battle Ryu Defensive Art Shinra E.
工業抜刀法奥義
キュートなヒップに突き出 撃
勝負いいな。
任せいレイジバッチコイ
肝に滅却。これが世を司る断りになる。結果は頂上の至りというところか。
結果は極上の至りじゃ。
Is Travis touchdown in this? Unfortunately, no. I would yeah, that would be pretty good if he was in this. We're just waiting around for the doctor. So here's the doctor. She's our weapons person. She makes us weapons.
シャオムさん、よろしい？博士とお呼びなさい。博士。
で、装備課の浦島千鶴課長。そのふざけた車は何だ？
Are you wondering if we're going to use this car in battle? No, we don't.
レイジ君、博士。
At least not in the demo.
そして聞いてくれましたね。よくぞ。龍騎1号。50名の隊員を収容できるわけ。
もしや合流時間が遅れ。
この車両を走れる場所が心配して損したぞ。今回はよその組織との合同。
博士、今回 BSAA へ接触。
ちょっとロマンがないんじゃないの？若いのに何のときめきも感じないの？この車両を見ても。
Yeah, Chad, don't you feel the tingles? Pants-wise?
仕事は仕事だ、博士。ロマンじゃ飯は食えんし、敵と戦うこともできん。
女か友情が絡まんとロマンを感じんからな。
お前は後で尻をつねる。
新しい。プレイは車内でやりなさいね。たっぷりと。ほら。
やれやれ。こんな大行なものに乗って。
たまにはこんな始まりもいいじゃろ。
そいつは頂上。長い戦いにならんといいな。
We could just be meeting them right now, but we have to read this dialogue. We did it. Sure, why not? I'll save. Oh. Chris and Jill have joined the party. Let's just continue on. Let's not spend time customizing anything. Alright, here you go. Here are characters that you want to see.
なるほどくん。これから私たち、こ
れは、殿様とか姫様の撮影じゃなさそうだよ。まゆちゃん。すごい勢いで四方を壁で囲まれたし。
それももう壊れちゃってるけど。
その壊れた壁の隙間から逃げられそうかい？
走っても追いつかれそうで怖いよ私。
こんなところで待ち合わせ。
So Phoenix and Maya, they're not really accustomed to fighting, so there's not much they can do against the monsters. But don't worry, here's Heihachi.
すごい！
男だったらしっかりせい！なるほど、龍一！そんなことでわしの弁護人が務まるか！
It turns out that Heihachi has hired Phoenix Wright to be his lawyer. And as I was playing this, the only thing I was thinking of was I would really like to see that scenario in an actual Phoenix Wright game, but not really so much here.
遅れたらこのざまよ。まさ
きで待ってたんじゃないです
なるほどくん、途中で腰抜かしちゃって。
はっ、大の男がだらしのない話よ。法廷で今回の件とわしの弁護無関係で。
Anyway, it's a viral weapon, Thanatos. You know, that's what's causing it. And Heihachi has been suspected of smuggling Thanatos into Japan. So, I have not played the Yakuza games, but apparently this character is from those.
ヤクザ屋さんだ。ヤクザ屋さんだよ。あれ？でもこの人。
すいません。どちら様？
東上会直系真島組組長。
真島さん。以前東上会を巡る際。せや。先生には助けてもらったかな。
Apparently, Phoenix Wright has defended Majima in the past.
裁判の内容はヒヤヒヤもんやったけどね。
And that's enough for voice acting. And Shadaloo is actually the one who was behind this, using the viral weapon Thanatos to destroy Japan. Yeah, Phoenix and Maya just can't really do a whole lot. No, hold on, someone else is coming. Alright, here's Jill and Chris. I guess we're just gonna skip over them meeting the two main characters. Oh no, the T-Abyss virus. Where does this take place in the Street Fighter continuity? I'm going to assume it takes place around 4, since Bison is still alive. So yes, there are a lot of words in this game. Not necessarily words that you want to read, but it's a lot of words. Yep, let's get in a manhole. Nothing bad could happen in the sewers, I'm sure. But, oh no. Right, time for another Yakuza character. I think that Kiryu is the main character of the series. He is voice acting.
こ持って行き過ぎやでキルちゃん。そういうとこ。そういうつもりはないんだが、そこの二人今のうちに行くんだ。すいません、まゆちゃん。
Skullsy Minus, is this just Cameo the game? Yeah, basically it's, hey, here are characters that you know, and they're gonna talk. Aretsus is the voice quality because of the 3DS for the game. Well, I think that the audio quality does sound a little bit tinny over the 3DS's USB connection. Usually I would use an analog audio cable, but I can't seem to find it right now.
まったくや。ほな、始め。真島の兄さん、話聞いて。戦いと何がわかるで。呼ばれた？カムロ町にな、伝説の竜に。わかった。
Alright, it is time for gameplay. I know you've been hankering for some gameplay. Quakerin, they kind of shot themselves in the foot by releasing a demo. There are people who want this kind of game. I don't know who they are, but apparently the first one must have done enough to actually get a sequel. Anyway, let's start moving around. Alright, let's do their basic attack. Magnum and Cartwheel Kick. Quakerin, the first one didn't have a demo. It did have a demo. I actually streamed that one too, but that was a while back. Alright. Kuryu, Majima, like, so they also have Heihachi in their party. So a thing that happens is that, you have the two regular fighting characters, and then you have an assist character. So I can use Heihachi's assist along with my normal attack right here, so I could do this. Didn't need to do that. Cake and Monsters, what's worse, this or Akiba's Trip? Oh, this one, definitely. Akiba's Trip wasn't that bad, honestly. It wasn't really for me, but it wasn't that bad. Let's counter. Like, the gameplay in Akiba's Trip, it actually really is not bad. And the dialogue and such is better than this game.
高揚してきたぞ。こうムラムラと。
好きにしろ。倒せればそれでいい。
Alright, we're standing next to Chris and Jill, which means we can use them as assist characters too.
遅れないでよクリス。分析開始。手榴弾よ。
必勝への奇跡。
夕方でも見たいわよ。
And that seems to be the main appeal of the game, is when you have a whole lot of attacks going on at the same time and bouncing enemies back and forth. Evil Wall, does this game have any challenge, or is it just beating on monsters for 5 minutes? The demo has no challenge. I'm sure it must be more difficult when you get further in the game, but the demo itself is not challenging at all.
そんな相変わらずだな魔女。
爪の尻尾にじゃれつく。
白い
どうじゃシャオモンウィザード。
将来よ
もっと楽に勝つ方法はないのか。
任務開始。
No, that's all I can. Looks like that's all I can go.
やるぜ。楽しませてくれるんやろね。
はっ、わしの前で大きな
そうねんせや。
受けてみよう。奈落払い雷神剣破産衆。
The characters do the full animations, even if the enemies are dead. Deputy Dan, how does this game make me feel pants-wise? Nothing really happened in the pants, I have to say. This game is not making anything happen down there. No tingles? Yeah, not really feeling any tingles happening.
退屈しのぎにはなりそうじゃな。
よし。そんな。
So Quakerin, just find gifs of all the animations from the game and you're good. Kinda, yeah. Kinda, yeah.
剣山。
仕留め損なったな。こちらの番だ。
逃がさない。
狙い撃ちだ。
近鉄セットを A。
フィニッシュだ。キル。
抵抗しないで。回転。
とどめだ。報告書が面倒な相手だったな。
いつも通り。
Henry X, you're guessing I won't be getting the full version of this game? Yeah, that's probably a pretty good assumption. It's probably pretty good.
それで全力か。
こいつを
Malachus, when will we fail to kill an enemy? So, I think there's only one enemy in this entire demo that you can't kill in one attack. So it's right at the end of the demo, too.
了解。
消しなす。
手加減はなしや。
この鉄拳受けてみよう。受けてみ。チャラくさい。雷神剣破産衆。これでしまいじゃ。さすが組長ともなると場数は踏んでおるようじゃ。
相手になる。
I can break those barriers. Okay.
シャオモスクリューは、
一生への奇跡。
結果は頂上の至りというところだ。
まったく。
行くぞ。この相手、なるほど。
Not really. It doesn't really look all that tricky.
ナイフだ。
排除するわ。はっ、
吹き飛べ。
逃がさない。
撃ち抜いてみせるぞ。
速乾するわ。
砕け散れ。散る。
甘いわね。回転。任務完了ね。次に備えましょう。
敵が生き返る可能性も考慮するんだ。
Alright, we cleared the stage. And now let's get Phoenix and Maya out of the sewers. What's this? The cursed manhole. A manhole in which the impossible becomes commonplace. Well, we're all getting in the manhole. It's only polite to close it behind us. Yep, here we are. This is where the manhole goes. It goes to the demon world. Where else would the cursed manhole go? Yep, and now we have new... These are also original characters, I'm pretty sure. And by the way, something I noticed when I was playing through this demo, which I wasn't sure about, is you can actually make the dialogue box vanish like that. And I wasn't sure why until I got to these characters, and it became apparent why that option is in the game. Yep, we're gonna continue on. Desu. I don't know why there are question marks. We know who that is.
奴がいる世界に急がなければな。
I'm gonna save my progress because I'm done with the chapter. Like a dragon. Let's continue on into the third and final chapter of the demo. And here's Dimitri. He is also, and Morgan are. They're also question marks. We don't know who they are.
いつまでそこに立ってるつもり？
Oh, thank
デ
you.
ミトリ。
Thank you for telling us who he is, because I didn't know.
退屈極まりない。そうは思わんかね、モリガン。
And now we know her name too.
そうね。その意見には賛成だわ。
私が何をしに来たか。
紳士がレディの寝所にまで足を運ぶ理由。
そうだ。決着をつけに来た。さあ、アーンスランドの魔界最強をかけ。
ああ。どうやらお客様みたいよ。
Oh dear, Phoenix and Maya just stumbling into Morgan's castle.
ようやくか。時間はかかったが、デビルの力はすべて俺のものとなった。これでようやく。何をだ、三島和也。何？貴様、風間陣。ようやく見つけたぞ。ほう、俺の居場所がよく分かったもの。ふざける。かつての戦いで貴様は魔界渋谷でそれらしい人。それでわざわざここに。話は終わりだ。
Oh, but the fight has been interrupted. Alright, time for gameplay. The objective is the same objective that we always have, which is to defeat all enemies.
私たちね。 警告を聞く相手ではなさそうね。
やれやれ、任務とはいえ厄介だな。
So this looks like a ghouls and ghosts enemy from the first level of that game,
排除するわ。と
which follows since that takes place in Demon World as
ずっ
well,
とこんな戦い。
or rather Demon World coming into Earth.
行くで。
Oh, that is doing a lot of damage. All right.
分かっているだろうな。人暴れしてやるが。空人剣、強襲剣、冗談蹴り、雷神剣、破砕剣。さっさと地獄へ行け。ぶちまけろ。おい冗談蹴り。こんなものか。悪を。ここから先は一歩も行かせん。どうなんだい。打ち上げるてりゃ。ふっ。どれよ。ロック強襲剣。飛び冗談蹴り。当然の結果に過ぎる。勝利に浮かれるつ。むざむざと。甘いくらえ。瞬末陣列。
Is there any strategy? Not really. There's like a very light amount of strategy. I mean, maybe as you get further on in the game, maybe it's more necessary to use your resources more wisely, but as for right now, there isn't really a reason to bother with thinking about much of anything.
なんだ赤ずきん。
どちら様？そのままの意味。
やられちまえってことだ、ほら。そこの青いやつ。
なんなんだ。
Alright, so she's the boss for this chapter. She's come in with a group of hunters, and, I mean, it still is not difficult or anything, but she is tougher than the other enemies we have encountered.
大丈夫よ。
I haven't really been using special attacks. Probably should
呼吸なしで
do
戦
a few
え
of
るよう
those just to
準
show
備を
them.
してきた。
It doesn't look like Chris and Jill have enough to actually use that, but they can call in. Reiji and Zhao move for assists.
ずっとこんな戦い年も取るはずね。
お互いな。
調査開始だ。
So Morgan and Dimitri have Phoenix and Maya as their assist character. Nope, that's all I doing there. So Phoenix and Maya don't actually fight on their own, but they are assists.
俺が得たデビルの力。かさばれ。ぶちまけろ。飛び冗談蹴りしやがら。わしに続け。空人客。チャラチャイ。立ち上げる。勝利や。引導を渡してやろう。とどめじゃ。どうした三島平八。技。相手になる。
No.
ほれほれ。
一たち目が問題か。
その位置だ。
本邪魔。勝利のポーズじゃ。
変わるぞこら。
始めるぞ。こいつの弱点は
やばいわね。車輪剣。
とどめだ。
しぶとい相手だったわね。
かなり。
よし行こう。
覚悟はいいな。
勝負だ。
任せい。
うっしゃ。
わしに逆らうとはいい度胸じゃ。甘い叩き潰す瞬末陣列脚。かさばれ。ロック強襲。伸び冗談蹴り。そう目覚めろ風間陣。
了解。
調査開始だ。
狂しき闇の調べ。
私頑張ってみるから。
顔しろ。
お願い。
抜けなさい。
そこそこ。
覚悟はいいな。
Yeah, someone was asking, are those like goo things enemies? But I don't think they are. Doesn't seem like it.
行くぞ。貴様の体に眠る因子の力。甘い魔人列将家邪魔立てするな。吹き飛べ。七つ払いかかと切り。邪魔だ。破産衆。引導を渡してやろう。とどめじゃ。三島の男に喧嘩を売った報いよ。
神羅剣山。あ、蝶々。うんな。燃えてる。
カモンモビちゃんアルファベータ。終わりだ。
Right, so since she is a named character, she actually does have an animation, but I was doing full defense, so it didn't do any damage.
了解。
退屈ね。
異議あり。吸血鬼は日光に。
我に従え。
シャドウブレイド。
地獄へ行け。顔しろ。 そこまでだ。あとは地獄で来る。
やるぜ。魔人列召喚上だ。人列者、この鉄拳を受けてみよう。ここじゃ。チャラくさい。邪魔だ。恐ろしいの習慣。みなぎってきたまえ。とどめじゃ。固まれ。
Never mind, I just killed her in one attack anyway. One round. I'm sure there must be opponents you can't do that to. So yeah, everyone all hyped up for Project Cross Zone 2 on the 3DS. It's you know, it's kind of a video game. Some people would probably call it that. It's nice work. We concluded the demo. We could experience more crossover madness in the full version if we wanted. And I know everyone is hankering for additional crossover madness. But you know, maybe some other time. Maybe some other time we could engage in crossover madness. So yeah, it's a game where like basically the entirety of it is just it's a novelty of hey, here are these characters from different games in one game, but the gameplay itself is not really engaging and the dialogue is just kind of terrible and lasts too long. So I'm sure some people would enjoy it. It would be good for some people, probably, who would enjoy such a game. Yeah, I'm sure there are a lot more characters that we have not seen, of course. And you have to buy the full game to get those characters, to get the full crossover madness. Which is a better demo, I Love My Series or this? You know, the I Love My games actually have something that resembles gameplay, so I don't know. And it had some kind of emotional connection that you made to the thing or being that you loved, and this game doesn't really have anything like that. Well, in any case, that's I Love My crossover for the 3DS. And I guess that's probably going to be it for the stream, I suppose. Because it has gotten to that time where we generally say goodbye. I mean, we completed Zelda 2, we completed Sin and Punishment for the Wii. And we just, took a look at a demo that came out on the 3DS eShop that is full of crossovers and anime. So I guess there'll be a stream next week, because that's generally what we do. And then we'll see what we're playing. Probably something new, because we finished the games we were playing. So there would have to be new games next week, right? How could there not be in that case? So I guess we'll find out what happens when we get there for next time. And we'll see how that goes, I guess. Hopefully it's good. I don't want it to be bad, but you can never really tell. But hopefully it's good. So I hope everyone. Well, I'm not going to pretend that anyone had a good time tonight. Let's not even try to intimate that happened. But I hope you watched some video games, because that's what was being played, and also Project Cross Zone 2. And I hope that you have a good week, and we'll come back next time for hopefully a better stream. Hopefully it's better than this, but we'll see how it goes. I guess I'll see you next time.